Hello YouTube, so you're interested in the Sony ZV-1, but you'd like to make sure it's a major step up compared to a smartphone, like the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Let's find out. So it looks like, just like me, you're interested in the Sony ZV-1. But again, one of the key questions is, how useful would it be to invest in such a compact camera versus just leveraging a smartphone like the iPhone 11 Pro Max, or potentially upgrading your current smartphone to one of those Apple devices. So I thought it would be interesting, again, to do a shootout. So here we're in the studio. It's lit very well, I believe. So those are good conditions to compare again, especially in terms of having some kind of YouTube studios, even if it's in a small room like here. But the idea is to create content for YouTube at a desk and doing some talking heads. And in a nutshell, so on both cameras, we are at 4K 24p. On the Sony ZV-1, we disabled the stabilization. So the frame is as wide as it gets in that mode. And also we activated the product showcase mode. So I'm not leveraging the eye autofocus here, just on purpose. I wanted to show you how good the product showcase mode was, especially again for those talking heads, providing you want to show something. Otherwise, I would personally switch back to eye autofocus, which works very well during video recording. And to start with, I thought it would be interesting to leverage the selfie camera on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Why? Because first of all, you can see yourself, and it's a big bugger when you can't, so using the rear camera, you don't know if it's recording, so it's a bit of an issue. And also I wanted to check the quality. Of course, if you compare both, on the iPhone 11 Pro, first of all, that's not the best camera, right? You need to use the front cameras, which are much better. Another challenge as well with the front camera of the iPhone is that it's fixed focus. So you won't be able really to do any close-up and having some background separation. So we can try now. So that would be a good time to do so. As you can see, nothing's happening really. But I'm in product showcase mode with the SV1, the ZV1. And as you can see, it's working pretty well. So that you can achieve with the selfie camera on the iPhone 11 Pro. It's time to mention as well that both are recording with their internal mics. So again, that was important to me. Of course, should you decide to be real and committed to YouTube, you would have to buy an external mic. And as a matter of fact, I've got another video coming up comparing different microphones used with the ZV-1. So please bear with me, and please again subscribe and leave a comment below if you've got specific questions about audio, video, or anything in between about the Sony ZV-1. And by the way, the object I used here is the Sony RMT-P1BT. I've already made a video claiming that that was the better value compared to the Bluetooth tripod grip that they market aggressively. So please feel free to check that. The link will be in the description below. So should you decide to use the front-facing camera on the iPhone, I just wanted to do a quick test to lose basically one lamp on that side, just again to check the impact on image quality. The ZV-1 is holding pretty well, I believe. The iPhone is okay, right? It's not bad at all, but I think it took a hit there. Just to give you an idea, we'll do the same with the rear camera in a moment. Okay, and enough with the front-facing camera. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to reverse the smartphone and we'll be able to test the quality from the best camera on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Bear with me. And now we should be shooting here with the rear camera. So that's when it gets a bit like tricky and my heart is beating quite a bit because I don't know if it's recording. I've heard the beep, so should have started the video, right? But I can't see anything, I can't monitor anything. And that's pretty much a bummer, or at least that creates tension actually. So you don't want to talk for 10 minutes and just only to realize that it's not recording at all. So that's a major minus in my book. Of course, you can have some kind of solution whereby using a mirror behind it. That might be a good way to go. You could buy like a magic arm and have some kind of small mirror to at least make sure you see that it's recording, but it's not ideal. As a matter of fact now, let me show you how I use those two cameras right now. So now we switch to the A6400, and as you can see here, that's where the problem starts. I don't know what's going on here, so I'm praying that it's recording. Of course, I could check stand or having a mirror, but that's a bit of a problem. What I love with the ZV-1 is also the indicator here, which I think every camera should have. Because here, let's assume you don't want to have the camera once the video is starting, you can still know that it's recording. And I think that's a big thing. It's simple, and it's not the only camera to have it, but very few have. That's potentially a source of, again, like nervousness because you can't see what's going on here. And now we're back to the video. By the way, I'm really not kidding. I almost had a mini heart attack because I thought for a second it hadn't been recording here on the iPhone. So that's why I'm telling you, I mean, it's good, but you probably need some kind of solution to make sure that whatever you want it to happen, happens in the background. So obviously in that case, having a flippy screen is a major bonus. What we're gonna do now, I'm gonna do a bit of autofocus testing. Again here on the ZV-1 I've got the product showcase mode on, so on purpose. So just for your information, and anything which is going to be in front of my head will be picked up. But if you use autofocus, it's perfect. And I'm trying on the iPhone as well. So let's try now with, like we did before, so you see, virtually instantaneous. And here, I can't see anything, but you should be able to get some nice object separation here. Tell me what you think. And please pay attention to the mic. So of course nothing has changed on the ZV-1, but on the iPhone, now I'm talking like in front of the rear camera. So you can go back to see if there's a major difference versus selfie camera when you're standing and you see the screen. And like with the selfie camera, now let's do another test whereby we're gonna get rid of one light. It's much darker. I don't do it in the dark because anyway, again, if you start YouTube, the camera is important, but of course the story is more important than that. And in terms of the technical side of recording videos, the audio and the lighting is even more important than the quality of your camera. So you would need to invest in good lights, LED lights like the ones I have, but you know, you can find cheap ones on Amazon or eBay. Most of them work quite well. But again, let's check the autofocus when it's a bit darker and potential loss of quality with the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Tell me what you think in the description below, please. So I'm testing both again with the internal mics, but of course that's one thing with lighting. We'll also need to invest in an external mic. I've got another video coming up about the Sony ZV-1, whereby I'm going to use a broad range of microphones. So lapel mics, I've got like shotgun mics as well, some very small ones, and also the daily D3 that I've used on the A6400, just to give you an idea of the quality you can get, and again how good the preamps are in the ZV-1. So please stay with me for that and subscribe to make sure you're notified when this next video drops. Et voilà! So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful because it took quite a lot of time, not just to shoot it, but also to edit. So if you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up because that helps me a lot. Of course, please subscribe and click the notification bell. Why? Because if you're interested in the ZV-1, I've got so many more videos coming up shortly. Among other things, I mentioned the audio comparison with external mics. I'm going to also do a lot of comparisons versus still the iPhone 11 Pro Max, but also versus the A6400 and also versus the DJI Osmo Pocket. So if you're interested, again, please subscribe. In the meantime, again, thanks for watching and I see you in the next video. Bye guys.